You ready to start fighting for real?
Calamite has a tail weapon, some kind of dagger. Like, I didn't even entertain. I mean, I thought about it when I was thinking about all the bosses you can get, you know, weapons from their tails. Once again, y'all distracted me by making me talk about boss tails. Okay. But yeah, it was that. I mean, I overhyped cutting off the Sanctuary Guardian's like poison whip tail. But the Calamite's a whole different fucking thing. I don't even know what the intended strategy is. All I know when it comes to dragons is that if you want to fight one, you just hang out near its ass and cleave it. Well, I guess this guy's locked back up. I didn't even know you could shut that door. I hope he's real proud of me.
Why? Thou hast defeated Calamite? Wondrously played. That beast will never take to the skies again.
I thought you were going to give me something.
Dragons, we knights fought exhilaration. Thou will understand. At thy twilight, go. Farewell.
Okay. Never mind. I wish I hadn't killed him now. Jerk. Actually, if he'd have given me, like a piece of gear, it's not like I could have used it. And I'm not going to murder... Actually, if you murder him, you might get his great bow. I was talking earlier about not having one. But I like that NPC. He's like Solaire. He's got immunity. I sent him a letter. I was like, you're pretty cool, hawk-eyed goth. Don't come to Ullasil Township tomorrow. Thought y'all could enjoy some dark humor. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. This fucking place. Let's get back to where things make sense. It's back in, Lordran. In fact, let's go straight to... What's the best route to take? Probably just straight up Anor Londo. We'll ride boldly, ride. Hey, lady, I see you're still over here being super cool.
Good evening.
If you got her armor from killing her, I would have already done it. Although it makes this bonfire go permanently dark. You can still warp here, but you won't be able to rest or warp to a different bonfire from it. But unfortunately, I'm fairly certain it's at the end of that infinite or somewhat infinite hallway where you can fight Gwendolyn. Y'all will see. You'll all see. If you are doing a Deprived run, I highly recommend making your character one like bold color like this. Like this playthrough wouldn't be nearly as good if we just had human flesh colored skin. Something about a lady who's a bright neon color really catches my eye. You're like, you don't say. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Neon colors. Really. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this bonfire down here that we never activated. For it was hidden. We had no reason to come down here. It's like technically a closer bonfire if you keep dying up there to those knights. But by the time you like move these stairs back down, go up there and move the stairs back up, it pretty much takes longer. This guy gets it. Cool, now we can walk back to this bonfire. I'm not going to bother kindling it right now. Now, if we equip, technically this wasn't a drop, but it's a just like the Covenant of Artorias and the Orange Charred Ring. It's to gain access to content. All it does is give us an additional attunement slot, which of course we have no use for. Although we did technically learn... Have we learned any non-shame magic? White Dragon Breath. That's right. If we wanted to equip that and the crystallization catalyst that Big Hat Logan dropped, I suppose we could. Well, we can't really use this ring of the sun's first unborn or whatever. In fact, let's go ahead and take these unneeded rings out of my inventory and out of my life. Oh yeah, we could wear the Calamity ring and receive double damage, son. It's the only way to challenge some people. We call those people fucking nuts. That's like a New Game Plus item. Alright, we're going to get through some Painted Guardians, and they're a huge pain in the ass. But if we can battle them from a distance, we could stand a chance. We could also just kind of run past them. But I find it more satisfying to kill annoying enemies in a situation like this. Alright, so we're down at the bottom of that damn cathedral hall that we have to walk over the top of every time. Well, you tried, buddy. Oh my god, did you try. Not even going to get into how much you prayed. Spoilers, it was every single day. Okay, we have to break line of sight so that he'll actually come fight us like an adult. When I grew up, I put away childish things such as throwing daggers. And that has made all the difference. I'm combining like several shitty quotes. Well, you too. That was, talk about completely unintentional. Fucking comedy gold. So that could almost be a thumbnail. Oh, Lord. That's a magic spell or miracle or something in the middle of the room. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Old iron carcasses. Gears laying over there. I find enemies sometimes their hitbox for being backstabbed just vanishes when they've been confused or attacked in a certain way. I gotta give you points for gumption. You got big floppy sleeves. You're like the cat girl from Bloody Roar. The half beast they call her. I'm more of a Sheena the leopard man myself. Those of you in Nippon would know her as Marvel the leopard. Okay. When's TMVA Bloody Roar? Okay. So they're dropping throwing knives, which we bought 99 of before we had an exchange of ideals with the merchant in the Undead Burg vis-a-vis his Uchigatana. Is that his precious Yulia? We'll never know. Even Vatty can't write a fan fiction that completely clears it up 100%. Because when you look at the Undead Merchant, he looks like he's petting an invisible animal sitting in that little basket next to him. So who the hell knows? That guy had problems. That's why I shop at Moss Ladies like an adult. And here we are. The painted world. Might be a bit chilly for a lady walking barefoot in a battle skirt. The warmth of my chaos spear will get me through this. Just like equipping a fire sword in Breath of the Wild. I took the path less traveled once again, boys. Look at that. All it did was get us right to where we were going. But now we'll forever have those memories. Alright, we might get fucking invaded here, so be ready for bitching and moaning. Be ready for my quote-unquote new professional nature. I'm going to try to finish the game in this recording session, son, while I can still maintain an air of professionalism. The Chaos Spear would probably be the best, like, talking about dropping the air of professionalism. I think I'm going to switch over. Alright, first and foremost, let's go ahead and reinforce this thing to its final form before we forget yet again. Fuck it, there's no reason not to upgrade this thing just for fun. The little fire longsword that could. God bless his heart. Let's just go ahead and throw that slab at this bow. I mean, is there anything else we want to get to 15? I don't plan on making any more lightning weapons. We were going to make that swag sword raw, son. We were going to have Gordon Ramsay show up and proclaim that the fucking swag sword is fucking raw. Okay. So the thing about this area is the crowd that live here are motherfuckers down to the last man. I find fire bombs can prove quite humbling. Actually, we also want that repair powder we bought just for this occasion. Fire bombs, and we can get toxidified if we're not careful by the bloated pyromancer ones. We'll top ourselves off with a twin humanity. Oosh. Alright, if I wanted to two-hand this fucking thing and obliterate this crowd, wearing this gear, I probably mid-roll. We could just lean heavily into it. Like, not even worry about whether we mid-roll or fat-roll. Son, go one step beyond. This is like our heaviest gear anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because if we could just obliterate everything before it gets anywhere near us, it won't matter what our armor is. The best armor is being able to cleave motherfuckers in twain from a distance. The best armor is anime attacks. I think the problem is when I encountered Marvelous Chester and it didn't work on him for some reason in his Red Phantom form, like I lost faith. I had Dragon Greatsword demoralization, son. I've got to come back stronger. I've got to overcome this adversity. Yeah. Oh no, please don't spew fireballs and toxic fart gas when I kill you up close. If only I had a way to deep you down from range. Is it even deepsing them down if you fucking one-shot them? I've got so much repair power. I'm not even going to look at the durability of the thing. I'm just going to constantly rub this shit on it. Oh well. You're the hero of your people, huh? I won't kill any of you. R2 attacks exclusively. Until I make it to a certain fluffy-tailed individual. Somebody get Ken Ashcroft on the mic, because I'm probably going to touch Fluffy Tail. Rats in the basement. That was a white rat. Now I'm just trying to imagine if there are albino Burmesians and Clarence. There probably are. And spoilers, they're probably real cute. I think I've been professional enough to warrant at least a little bit of blatant rat posting. Okay. Oh no, you snuck up behind me. Whatever shall I do? I'm completely fucking helpless in here. Dragon Bro really came through for us, son. He was like, take of my dragon tail, for it is my great sword. Dragon Bro is my shepherd. Shepherd I shall not want for tail weapons. My repair powder runneth over. Okay. Whoosh. Even a medium roller can jump. Don't you say anything about this man's rear end. They did it in such a clever way that I can't fault them for it. Alright, it was worth having everything crumble around us as we were toxified by that smug prick of an enemy. Why do I have these fire bombs on my toolbar? As if I would ever use any other ranged attack. Alright, you get a plus up. Get the hell out of here. Have I got to jump? I don't even know if you have to jump to get to this, but I will. Nope, whatever it was, it's the sourest fucking grapes I've ever encountered. And I'll have none of it. So the reason this area is so much better designed than a lot of the game is apparently this was the first area they created, I guess, you know, to test their tools and their moxie and pizzazz. And then when they couldn't, like, seamlessly find a way to integrate it into the rest of the game, they just kind of made it its own little optional area. I think they made the right call. Hey, dumb shit. You're going to have to get up. It's 2 a.m. Time for your ass kicking. He's like, yes, dear. That should be the blood shield. Which is probably my favorite Dark Souls 1 shield. Just by appearances. But can't use it, unfortunately. I wish he dropped it. God, would be so fucking sad. Oh, a big zombie dragon. I just don't know how I'm going to beat you. I like that I'm kicking its ass as I pretend that I can't kick its ass. That's how you know I'm a cool guy. That's how you know I've got anime attacks. You gotta no-sell shit to be an anime fighter. I feel like that moblin that stands at the end of the Sacred Meadow or whatever in Ocarina of Time, the bird-ass people decided they were tired of waiting for me to come beat their ass, and they brought their bird asses to me. Oh, you could take R2 point blank. I'm real impressed, buddy. Your reward is a second R2. Go on, you earned it. Is a bird, is a fine-ass crow person not entitled to the ass whipping of their brow? To the sweat of their ass? No, says the dragon zombie. It belongs to Priscilla. He dropped a scale. Luckily, I no longer need such things. Alright, we could just head straight to the boss, but just like, once again, Breath of the Wild. It's like turning this car around. Don't make me turn this horse around and go straight to Calamity Ganon. I'm going to have to save that line. I'm going to have to record some more Zelda whenever I'm done with this. Why am I so bad at remembering that you just need to go through here, walk over there, and that's how you get to where that item is that I keep getting drawn towards. We got to get the red summoning soapstone just because it's an excuse to keep fighting this crowd. Whew, I bet you didn't know that platform was going to catch me, did you? This is a fairly dangerous weapon to be using in this situation. As if I would ever stop. Oh, I wanted to see their bird knees explode when they hit the ground with their whopping 10 vitality. I could never walk up this flight of stairs in real life, by the way. I would be terrified. There's no way this has any structural integrity up here. This man died doing what he loved, trying to challenge these fucking ass crows to 1v1 duels with his red summonous soapstone. The painted world is no place for a brave warrior. Alright, so to get down to that item I was eyeballing earlier, we gotta fall through one of these little side windows, I do believe. Yeah, there's the item right there. Boosh. I may have fallen in the wrong spot. Like such a fool's gambit, they called it. Can I get down from here without dying? Have I put myself permanently trapped on this platform? Tell you what, a sip. We'll take at least this sword off so our fall damage isn't so great. I haven't really been using this bow, have I? Once again, I've got all the ranged attacks I need in that sword. Okay, good. It just slightly destroyed the cartilage in my knees. You gotta give me a moment to gather myself, y'all. Alright, I believe we're ready to tussle. Boosh. You're gonna try to jump on my fucking head. Bitch, I'm flawless. You should have dropped an ear. You can't touch their bodies. Their ghosts drag them away from you. Yeah. If you want to max out the Sunlight Covenant that you can join down there where we open that passage to Gwendolyn, that's your best bet, is you come here and farm these fucking crows. I've done it. Any horrible, tedious thing you could think of in Souls, I've probably done it. At least as far as farming items is concerned. I've never done a Soul Level 1 playthrough. I think Resistance is futile. Should count somewhere. Because I believe I was... well, all of my stats were base Hunter stats, except for, of course, Resistance. But the title, I mean, indicates the futility of said stat. I wish I had enough stamina that I could spam 3 of those in a row. It'd be so satisfying. 69, dude. So I believe this thing is supposed to be an homage to Phalanx from Demon Souls. Although I probably refer to it more as the Phalanx. I guess that ties into the fact that it was a beta area for the transition between Demon Souls and Dark Souls. That leather fucking shield you're holding up is real resilient. Ain't gonna lie. It's been able to tank a lot of my fucking nonsense. But fortunately for me, I pre-game nonsense at home. Repair powders cost 5 times as much at the club. So get your weapons in prime shape before you go out stepping, kids. That's the economical way to go clubbing. Alright. We could have took Cool Guy's shortcut earlier and jumped down from up there. But I was too busy having actions. Some antics were involved, I'm not gonna lie. Is there anything up there we care about? Not really. I would like to go fight King Jeremiah. If you don't know who that is, wait till you see his headgear and you'll be like, oh. Every Souls game has to have that guy in it. And King Jeremiah is this game's that guy. He may drop his spiked whip. I can't remember if it's a drop off of him or if you get it after you beat him in the area or what. But it'll be another weapon for us to not remember to use, just like the Sanctuary Guardian's Poison Tail Whip. Oh no, the ground consumed my R2. That's what I would say if I was walking through the deserts of Tatooine with my R2 unit and I didn't notice a Sarlacc pit and he went tumbling head or fucking tea kettle. Excuse me, ass or tea kettle into it. And I'd be like, the fucking ground ate my R2. Hey, King Jeremiah, I like your meme hat. I look forward to your PvP montage that gets 9 million views. You can't dodge forever. What a nice man that we just murdered. The double repair powder. My good man. What do you have for us? Humanity. I'm fucking stacked full of it already. Hell yeah, the notched whip. Probably won't get much use out of that whip. That whip just kind of sits around in its mansion with its billions of dollars nowadays. And even when it donates some of its money, People still are required to pretend to be mad at it. Okay. Oh, the annex. We've got to go down into the mini catacombs area. They really did put all kind of regions in here. Did you die to the phalanx with a halberd? Maybe, maybe not. Wonder how many of these blood signs that I quote-unquote make fun of. If I put it in quotations, it's not as mean-spirited. Are people dying to PvP invaders? Damn. Another ring of sacrifice is not allowed to be used. Nothing drops those. Is the problem. Alright, this is where our R2 spam tech might get into a little bit of trouble. How well does that work down here? Okay, as long as it doesn't hit the ceiling. Because spoilers, there are fucking wheel skeletons down here. And they're not fun to deal with. Okay, he's going to come slatting. As soon as he comes around that corner, we're going to have to pull the trigger on this fucking thing, or he's probably going to kill us. Whew, we hit the wall, but the shock wave, the concussive wave, once again, that our big fuck-off weapon made was enough. There's several illusionary walls down here with more real skeletons behind them, so please be careful. Please R2 responsibly in the tunnels. Don't end up like poor little fighter boy in the first episode of Goblin Slayer. Or his lady companions, for that matter, although their own deaths were results of other actions. Only his was involved with his sword being too long and hitting the earth. The annex key. Or Gorley. Alright, let's not immediately get lost. Do-do-do-do. Hey. I think you drop a pyromancy, do you not? Well, there you go. If anything dropped a pyromancy flame, we'd be fucking set. I believe I looked it up and Laurentis doesn't drop one. And even if he did, because we killed him, we wouldn't be able to upgrade it. I wonder if Quaylana drops one. If we were to... Because for her to appear, you just have to have like a fully upgraded pyromancy flame in your inventory, I believe. So technically, would it be violating the rules of the challenge? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I wandered in the wrong part of town. Yeah, we got the R2 off. It doesn't matter, I've already won. Cue the possum. And the big box of pastries. But if if he did drop one, or no, we could accept the one he gives you, just upgrade it to max to make her appear down there in the swamp. But I don't believe she drops one either, unfortunately. My convoluted schemes to get magic that I would never use. Just to have. Alright, you crowd are synced up real good to fuck up my lock on camera. But not good enough. Schwa. And schwa. I can't believe none of you. I can't not unbelieve that none of you have dropped your damn bone wheel shield for me to have. Sips in the cellar. Alright, I believe we could just take you out with a good old fashioned. We're doing a free aimed R2. 360 no scope. Two-handed R2, that motherfucker. There's a wheel down here we need to turn. Ironically enough, I just realized. Oh no, did you die while going for the wheel, buddy? He did! He even had a big club. I hope it's divine. He was watching my playthrough and was like, oh wow, that two-handed divine club fucking put skeletons in their place. But you gotta know how to use it, son. And there you go. We opened the door that we didn't technically need to open. But it feels better to do it the right way. To go through the proper channels. It's the same reason Batman doesn't just snap the Joker's neck, son. Okay. This side is dangerous. So be careful. Wow, you did it, boys. That was not an R1 attack. Don't, just ignore it. I accidentally slapped the controller. Boom chakalaka. From downtown. She's on fire. Oh, I thought we were in a completely different area than we are. I don't even remember what that is, but it's been kicked down. It got kicked down, and it'll get picked up again, because you're never going to kick it all the way down. I can see why Chumbawamba didn't choose those lyrics when I submitted them to them. They're like, we're going to tune this a little bit. We'll be singing when we're winging. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Then that mother's fat sucker sat down, and he must be an alcoholic, because he took a whiskey drink, he took a vodka drink, and then he took a lager drink, and then he took a cider drink, and then he started singing songs about the good times, which he referred to as the better times. Son, eventually I just had to leave. Well, ain't you invincible at the top of the stairs? A jumping R2 humble that fucker. I love it. I love being toxic. So I guess that's the biggest weakness of this fucking sword, is areas where we can't properly swing it. If only there was a moment from a somewhat popular, somewhat recent anime I could liken it to. Is the kid from Goblin Slayer whose sword was too long for that cave and who coincidentally got fucked to death by goblins really going to become like a staple Tenfey reference? I guess it did form organically. You can't like artificially construct a recurring Tenfey reference. I've tried it before. It never works. Y'all can always sense the inauthenticity. That's one of the reasons why my my Dragon School lore fanfiction distresses y'all so much, because you can tell how authentic it is. You're like, I wanted to hate it, but Uncle Tenfey gets that twinkle in his eye when he's talking about that nonsense, and I don't have the heart to tell him about how boring and cringy it is. Hey, idiot! Oh no! Oh, I was just waiting for your friend to show up so I could get you both. It was all part of my master plan. You want to jump on my head? Oh no, I was going to roll away, but I forgot that I'm a mid-roller now. There you go. I don't want you to jump on my head while I don't have full HP. I don't have enough HP to tank those fucking thighs. I believe another ear dropped, son. Summoning demons out of Grant's ear. A good old Shane miracle. You shouldn't have. Oh no. He couldn't do it, you can tell. You can see the spectral thighs crushing his head. He died like that guy James Bond finds in that closet in GoldenEye. That Xena on a top got her legs around. I bet that guy's ghost was watching and laughing when Xena got horrifically killed by having a helicopter that she was currently strapped to. She had like a vest on or whatever that was like tethered to a helicopter. And the helicopter, like the guy piloting it, I believe, died. And it went to crash. And like the cord pulls Xena like in between two, like a tree, like two tree trunks. And like, I don't know exactly the physics behind how that kills you, but it looked pretty fucking horrific. Son, that ginger bearded man that she killed was just fucking laughing and beating off. He got off twice from Xena. Once when she crushed him to death with her thighs, and another time when he watched her get horrifically killed. Son, he's the only true winner of the James Bond franchise. He probably sensibly chuckled when Boris screamed I am invincible and then got liquid nitrogen smoked. Alright, we need to go reconstitute ourselves before we deal with any fluffy-tailed maidens. Got to powder up. The fluffier the tail, the longer I'm going to need in the bathroom to get ready for it. To get ready for touching it. Alright, let's repair our gear. Lots of controller clicking. Let's get us another point of vitality. In fact, what do we need? 46,841. We'll just say around 47,000 souls, roughly, to get our next level. Soul of a hero will get us a little bit. Okay, how many does a brave warrior give you? 5 plus. I'm gonna bet on the large soul of brave warrior. The other brave warriors were just little fellers. That pushes us a little over the threshold, but it's still good. There we go. A respectable 1320. It would be an odd monitor resolution to game at, but a respectable amount of max HP. I can't remember what that item is we knocked down over there. So let's take a look. A single humanity. I won't scoff at it, boys. That's like finding a dollar bill laying on the ground. Who wouldn't stop to pick up $1? Son. At least for the next couple of months while it still has any value. Okay. You kids in the future, just imagine that there's a Dogecoin laying on the ground. And you're like, look, Thurman, a Dogecoin, ancient cryptocurrency. It belongs in Space Future Museum. That's how you talk in the future, future man. All the Tenfey historians use that dialect. The Tenfey futurist dialect, it's known as. You crowd think you're sneaking up behind me, but I'm going to 360 no scope. Oh no! My Call of Duty montage ruined. Joke's on you. I had to KC at the back that shit. To build up hype. Please don't hit me while I'm repairing my sword. I so politely asked that man not to kick my ass. And he did it anyway. Alright, I shouldn't be going near any more toxic boys. So now that I've deleted all my social media, I don't have to worry about that toxicity. What you give me, buddy? Oh, that was... The hollow dropped broken straight sword. Let's see if you got ambushed by the boys. Come on, halberdman. Get your head in the game. Ah. God damn. There, but for the grace of God, go I, halberdman. Oh, it's a club. From the angle of it, I thought they had the same sword as me. I thought I'd met a sword boy. It's like, in the last episode, one of the many tangents I went on was about my Catboy Hero Magic Arena deck I used to play. And I remember one game I went up against somebody who had a similar deck that was full of cat people and also used a Johnny as their avatar. And I was fucking moved to tears. And if I wasn't so drunk at the time, I would remember what that person's name was. But whoever you are out there, just know that I appreciate you. Alright, what's the best way to deal with fluffy-tailed maidens? If we're going to try to cut her tail off, we got to use a butcher knife. It's the only sensible thing to do. The problem with this lady is once you make her mad at you, she ghosts you. And by that I mean she turns invisible. One way to track her when she's invisible is you can hit her with a throwing knife and see it floating through the air. But I believe... You can also look at the ground, at her feet's prints. Now, she won't immediately be hostile, so we'll have a chance to go in there and take a gander at that fluffy tail before we decide we're going to touch it off of her ass.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Boys, we just got friend-zoned the hardest. We just met this lady.
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful. its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
Kind is how she described the pack of fucks I had to slaughter to get here to her. You got some strange values, lady. Okay, fine, you convinced me. I'm just gonna go walk. What did this person have to say, by the way? Tail. This guy gets it. That's me when I'm sitting in the... You knew I couldn't resist. That's me when I'm sitting in the waiting room at the Burmesian brothel and Ishizoku reviewers, and I lock eyes with another guy sitting there, and he just says, tail. I'm like, tail. Okay, so me and him both going to be the Bahamets that afternoon getting class upgraded. Okay, we need thumbnails. Thumbnails of fluffy tails. Alright. Let's make our sword fiery. I wish the fucking talk icon wasn't there. I really don't want to have to edit that out. When do we get a chance to take so many different camera angles and shots? So I'm going to get it from both sides. That perfect framing. Not sure which one I'll use. If we could get one where she's more in the frame, should we go for the low angle, son? This is the most avant-garde aspect of making these Tenfey videos. We could point up at it. Is that the secret? Yeah, it might be if we get like the low camera angle. That way we get two different kinds of cheesecake in one Tenfey thumbnail. Or should we just go with the classic shrug? Get her ass just in frame. Be like, whatever. Honestly, I'm giving myself too many options. I'll be paralyzed by choice. It'll be like playing a GTA game. Alright, I think we've lollygagged around enough. The professional nature of the video is fluctuating in real time. I am, however, going to wait. I guess we could get one with the mask on. It might be better with the mask on. That's what Stanley Ipkiss's waifu told him. She's like, honey, could you maybe put that, you know, all-powerful, shape-changing mask back on? I'm just saying. I was reading Watchmen, and there's a certain scene in there that made me jealous of one of the characters vis-a-vis dating a man with superpowers. Okay. We did it. The painted world has been complete. The last fluffy-tailed maiden is in captivity. The painted world is at peace. Don't hit me in the cheek of the ass with throwing knives. It's not very proper. Not a proper way to address a lady, even if she is deprived. Just because she's the deprived doesn't mean you should be deprived of common courtesy. We got a second painting guardian sword. Good for us, I guess? Question mark. We'll take the shortcut, or we just fall. Okay, just a couple of things left. And this will be another one for the books, boys. Another Tenfey playthrough. Over and done. One and done. I believe if we were to eat a hero soul, we could gain another level. Pop. Not endurance. Strength. My man. My man! What's the most strength we need to hold our heaviest and most powerful weapons one-handed? Let's see. Not Priscilla. Oh, there's Priscilla's dagger, by the way, that we got from her. It's a rare dragon weapon. I just keep it up there on my shelf. Alright, let's see. So 46 to one-hand that thing. Yeah, it's 50 if we wanted to one-hand that dragon sword. Technically, it could give us a secondary goal. Alright, if we're going to chase this boy down a hallway, what do we need to wear? We want Mask of the Child to keep stamina regeneration. Honestly, we should probably try to be a little bit lighter. Because it's more about dodging his attacks than it is about necessarily tanking them. And then when we get close to him, we want to hit him as fast and hard as possible. Should we just run, keep smoking the dog shit out of him with this hammer? It'll be very satisfying. I don't think we can R2 spam him safely with that Dragon Greatsword, or I would do that. But he's constantly attacking. He's got little homing magic. He's got one big burst magic, and then he's got these crossbow bolts or something, needles that he shoots. We can fast roll with the good pants on, I'm just saying. Unfortunately, yeah, can't take it to the next level. You can charcoal pine resin this thing. You think I'm not going to? Alright, buddy. I'm kind of ready to come down here and cough, cough, join your covenant.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the dark sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
Says the feet of men shall not tread in there. Well, it's a good thing I'm a barefooted, red-skinned, deprived woman. Idiot. I think this guy needs a good fucking humbling.
What foolishness! Why trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb, whilst thou art a disciple of the dark sun? Mark the words of mine self, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished. eternal curse upon thee.
Alright, so down here in these chests is where I believe we'll find that brass armor. Yeah. Why can't that lady drop it? That would be the perfect fucking in-game gear for us. I think the sunlight miracles down here. Yeah. And this chest is usually empty. I assume it has a purpose. Well, speaking of that brass armored lady, spoiler, she's not going to be none too happy with us next time we see her. Because Gwendolyn there was her wife slash husband. Her wife banda, as it's known. But I think we should have a fairly easy time coming to some sort of agreement with her. I get it. I ain't laughing, but I get it. Okay. And tell you what, just because I know it would mean so much to her, I'm going to smoke her with the same weapon I used to kill her beloved Dark Moon Gwendolyn. I'm reuniting so many people in the next dimension where I send them when I obliterate them. I truly am the hero of Lordran. Alright, she should. Well, she's standing up here if you attack Guinevere, whose, spoilers, is an illusion, who's being created by Gwendolyn, so I'm surprised it still persists. But Guinevere with her amazing chest up there in the tower and this sun are like illusions. So, that is lore. Don't even worry about it. Would have been 100 times quicker to Homeward Bone back up here, but I'm telling you, the class I'm playing as is deprived, but I'm making sure that y'all aren't deprived of good times. I gotta say, it's been real nice recording this last batch of episodes for y'all. I was worried after episode 16, or as we call it, the Oof Lucille episode. But we're back on track. Another nice thing about slaughtering this lady is she'll drop a Firekeeper soul that we can take back to the good Firekeeper, Firelink Shrine, and get our Estus Flask to +5. So we just can't stop winning. Winning with Gwenin. Hey lady, got some bad fucking news for you.
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon the dead? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do. How? This woman is a threat, Master Gwendolyn.
We're the hero, son. What did she drop? Just her soul. She didn't even drop her cool rapier or her little parry side dagger that she was running, holding up so proud, or nothing. Of course, now the bonfire is permanently unlit. What a shame. If only I had a way to teleport without bonfires. Alright, we're finally back at Firelink Shrine, where once again things make sense. Let's decide how we're going to handle the end game. Let's eat what souls we have. See how high we can get our strength. I was about to say the I'm sorry carving is for some reason in the middle of all of our souls, but I realized that chastising it would would prove to not be that effective, since it would just say I'm sorry. And how could I stay mad in that instance? We got several boss souls to eat as well. So, soul of a hero. Guess we just pulled our own soul out and ate it. Alright, Gwendolyn. Boom. Manus. You could trade Manus' soul to Snuggly for a dark sorcery. I was going on earlier about how those things did dark type damage, but I don't even think that's a thing in this game. Like, we don't have a resist for it. Maybe that's what makes it so powerful. It's irresistible. Irresistibly dark. It's a good way to describe a candy bar made with dark chocolate. Well, Axewoman, what caused it? Did you just stand there until skeletons found you? Look, she wouldn't let the skeletons have their way with her. God bless her heart. Son. And then she came back with a two-handed sword, I'd like to imagine. Have I not killed you yet? Really? I mean, is there any reason to kill him now? I found out oh, I just remembered. I looked up what patches dropped and decided that even if I don't use it, I want to have it for no particular reason. Let's go see what he's got going on over here.
Oh, we meet again. You've come at the perfect. I'm done with the looting and wondrous treasure. There you are. Oh, relax. No.
So I guess, oh, we can learn prostration. Oh, I needed that earlier when I was begging a pardon from y'all. Alright, so some nice, good items. Oh, that's the weapon he drops, by the way, the crescent axe. Yeah, Patches, what the fuck ever.
What's wrong with you? Well,
Thank you. What does it take to upgrade that? That should be our final weapon. After finally getting fully class upgraded vis-a-vis the rat tail, it would be only appropriate if we were to max out the crescent axe. It takes twinkling titanite. It's got... oh, it has a faith requirement. George Michael says I'm not allowed to use that weapon. What a shame. Well, fuck it. If I'm going to kill Patches, why would I spare this man? Hey, buddy. How you been doing over here all game? Yeah. So if we wanted... I mean, that Slumbering Dragon Crest ring could have been useful. It masks your footsteps. I don't even remember this guy's deal, but there's really no reason not to just kill him. Well, he tried to gild us by being patriotic. I'm not going to mess with Laurentis, son. He's my boy, my ace in the hole. Alright, get some more strength. Whew, I don't think we're going to get to 50 in the playthrough unless I spend some extra time grinding. Well, we could go down to the to Gwen's tome here and kill some Dark Knights. Get us a handful of souls. We'll probably get invaded and killed a few times. So drag playthrough out just a little bit longer. That's how you get down here, by the way, if you haven't made good friends with either of the gangly snake boys. If we're going to activate this thing, there's probably a cutscene. So let's dress for the fucking part for a change. real pretty, don't you think, Hybrid Ghost Chan? Okay. What's the best weapon for killing knights? We got some shit we need to take out of our inventory. There's like this constant perpetual noise going on here while I'm near this bonfire. It's unpleasant. That's how I would describe it. Well, this is a nice chance to look upon all the good shit we found during the playthrough. Son. Never used that thing even once. But it's the fact that we had it. I'm keeping the Crescent Axe in my inventory for motivational purposes. Okay. Could be fun to just obliterate them for a little bit with this thing. This is usually a pretty hotbed of PvP activity. So running around here unhallowed is asking for trouble. Trouble. Just in case Travis Tritt's watching. He needs that word spelled out. R2 gets smoked. Damn, that's fucking satisfying. It's just as good the second time. That's how you know it's a quality night killing. Oh, they all drop different chunks, by the way. So if you're upgrading your in-game gear here at the end game, there is a spot here where you can... They pretty much always drop a piece of Titanite. And then the full gauntlet of Black Knight weapons are available here. I believe the only one we didn't get was the Ultra Greatsword that this gentleman is wielding. I've already got a Ultra Greatsword though. This guy's real tanky. But that didn't stop me from obliterating him, now did it? I'm just waiting for that telltale sound of a red Phantom and Invader appearing. You ran off so cocksured before you fell to your death. You got to understand how the world geometry works by this point. You know, I never really looked down from up here. I guess we're in or near one of them trees. And then the kiln and the fire and all that. The Black Knight armor set is over there. Not actually dropped by a Black Knight. That's the little disclaimer. Made from artificial Black Knight flavors. Okay, you read me. You read my inputs and buffered your frame data just right. But I still murdered you. I'm still the hero in the end. An additional Black Knight sword for me. I guess I could dual wield them now. You walked out there with such confidence. Oh, if I could, I'd give anything. I'd throw myself off this ledge if it would give that lady one more chance to parry that knight. Here's not Solaire's summoning sign, by the way. It's only here if you prevent him from going asshole crazy. If I go asshole crazy, will you still call me Sunlight Man? I'll keep you by my side with my non-hollow humanity. Life. White stove sign. I'm literally trying to write a cover of Three Door Down script tonight based on Solaire, and I probably could if I was... Okay, there we go. Karma of Karim. We should let Solaire fight him. That way, even if we win, they get to go on the forums and be like, yeah, it was another shitter who couldn't win without summoning phantoms. A fucking coward. Not playing Dark Souls the quote-unquote honorable way. Well, I wanted Solaire to fight you, but how is that going to work if you come over here and kick my ass? Boys, that lady is, yeah, she put some thought in her. So Larry's like, what did I get summoned into? Alright. The chain of nonsense has officially started, so we can just keep on keeping on. We'll put on some actual gear. Respectable gear. I was going to say, I don't think you have to kindle the Great Lord Flame here. I believe she's always at 20. I don't know how long this last episode of this playthrough is going to be, in case you're wondering why I'm dragging it out. Because, I mean, if I was maintaining my kayfabe professional state that I started this recording session, if I still was hopped up on the Fat Fella sausage egg biscuits, I would have just ran past all these guys and gone in there and fought Gwen. But y'all deserve a better class of Tenfey video, son. We live in a Tenfey society. The responsible way of fighting these things, less entertaining than just obliterating them with a greatsword. Well, there we go. We got our full Black Knight set. We can do that attack that the Power Rangers would do every now and then, where they would just, like, put all their weapons together and shoot a big laser. The Power Rangers have so many options for attacks, and they do it so inefficiently. Have they ever beat a monster by just, like, running up and doing awkwardly choreographed kung fu? Somebody ask Rocco Bodie. I guarantee he would know it. Okay. The plan for that last fight was I was just going to stand back and see if Solaire could, you know, what be one an invader. But that lady decided that I had to die, and I had to die right then. You'll notice she ran over and cast like Wrath of God, and she had that Steve Martin arrow going through her head that makes your magic attacks more powerful. You got some spring in your step, son. I like that about you. I also like how easy you are to kill with a pickaxe. Guy has a lot going for him. Oh, hey, the Black Knight shield. I guess we were missing a piece. Well, that's technically another weapon we could use. If it's better than our Boulder Knight shield, we'll immediately equip it. To make a reference that I wouldn't normally make, and it's like in the original Final Fantasy, when you get that last treasure chest on the Tiamat floor of Temple of Fiends Revisited, it's got the Masamune in it, son. You're set. You're almost tempted to exit out so you could save. All right, how do you stack up to this thing? Yeah, that's like 900 times better. We became truly powerful right at the end. What do we want to kill Gwen with? I mean, it'd be very satisfying to use the Lightning Uchigatana. If we'd have made that a raw swag sword like I lied to y'all earlier that I was going to. I'd love to use the butcher knife, but we've used it for several boss fights now. And y'all probably could appreciate a little variety. Let's use these damn Elizabethan mushrooms. They give you HP regen. Cause why not? We got... Oh, it won't let you use them and the green at the same time. They must be like two devil fruit. They just kill you if you eat more than one. go. Kind of an awkward Gwyn fight. I wanted to beat him with a parry, but it got kind of ridiculous there at the end. It was just me circle strafing one of these, trying to keep healed. Well, what can you do? An anticlimactic ending to a climatic playthrough. Well, obviously, we're not going to sacrifice ourselves to rekindle the first flame, son. We're the Lord of Darkness, and that's the ending we're going to get. But here, let me give y'all a proper bow. Son, I appreciate you hanging out with me while I was lollygagging my way through a video game. Even Halberd Man made it here. Oh, he tried to parry. Son, pour one out for old Halberdman. Perry Halberdman. That's his full name. He's another character next to, what was his name? Something Bowman. Claymore Bowman, the most famous new Tenfey character. Look forward to the Claymore Bowman playthrough. Alright, let's get this nonsense over with.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Carth and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.